What's going on? Well, figured I'd start the tour with a little bit of passion. All those are classic Mini Coopers. Little makeshift work light here. Hanging bar. Figured a bar there to have my somewhat readily accessible tools. You got some screwdrivers, files, pick sets, miscellaneous things that go up there. Magnet bar, found out it's kind of useful to sit there and just hang things. Measuring instruments, thumpers. There goes a project I'm still currently working on. It's a drill press, 5-inch vise. Then down below here on the workbench, you got Dremel set up, a vacuum, oil, propane, metric measuring stick, metal plates, just cause. Little 3-inch vise. You can go a little lower, you got some manuals for books. This here, you got a bigger thumper. 12-pound sludge, call it the bitch. Box with miscellaneous things in it, just a bag. Craftsman starter kit kind of tool. Mechanic set, I think it's something like 301 pieces. Got your junkyard parts. Carb cleaner is always good. Miscellaneous odds and ends. In here, screws, fasteners, tapeners, bolts for random cars, measuring tape. I found this is kind of useful here. Setting up a surge protector there. Sits there and it runs this little heater or whatever tools you need. Instead of sitting there and plugging in over you and having the cord in the way, you have your cord out of the way. And there you have my charge station. So you have a Ryobi charger there. Two of the 40 volts block protect charger here for the 6 batteries. Little Milwaukee setup there. Music, always need music. Got some drills. You got this one here is the 1/2-inch. Pretty useful. Then over here you have the standard drill. Over here you have the drill here from Milwaukee, the fuel. Picked that up at a deal over at the Depot of the Homes. You got a bit driver. 3/8 Milwaukee cordless ratchet. Some kind of a recent purchase. That's a speed grinder. Over here you got this little toolbox here, just odds and ends. Some sort of magnets for welding, your gloves. This box is pretty much, I've outgrown it, or grow why that big thing is there. So like top drawer is just like little miscellaneous things here. Some more miscellaneous, you know, extra gloves, heavier gloves when you do more kind of work. Down here is just bits of odds and ends. And then down here is for modeling, little models that we work on. Down here is a grinder. And here's a jigsaw, the Ryobi jigsaw, that's the sander, miscellaneous things, and just a big random wrench I freaking found. So, funny, found this in some sort of yard sale. Still interesting. I'm thinking it's like a jeweler's vice or something, but don't know yet. Looking to get into it a little further. A little restoration, probably. Now, this is a 72-inch Harbor Freight. U.S. General. Kind of OCD took over. Did a little labeling here with some of the things. Found it kind of easy to do so if you got a label maker. And if we start, let's hit the big draw first. So you have your Imperial, metric, all metric, and if you start looking into it, quarter-inch, 3/8, still working on a bit on half. For some reason, that's one of the bigger sockets that I own. Then you have your metric in there, ranging from 36 to 27. Then you got the Pittsburgh brand that runs 32, 30, and then all these other odds and end numbers. I don't understand why they sit there and skip numbers. AutoZone down in here. These are Grace Pneumatics. Picked these up some while ago. Pretty cool. Liked them. And you got some Craftsmans down here. Still working on trying to sit there and get this all set up where it's 6-point, 12 points. You got spline drive sockets here, which were just odd trying to figure them out. Little random sockets here. You got some lug nut sockets here. Standard, metric. I keep these silica packs in here to try to prevent as much rust as you can. This here, I like these. These are pretty interesting. These are shallow sockets, 3/8 driven. Show you the driver here in a bit. You got reducers, more reducers, wobble set, spark plugs, Torx, the whole row's Torx. These are all Allens, Phillips, flatheads. Then you got these I want to say they're double squares, not sure. Let me know. You got a random 9, a 9mm that's supposed to go to this set here, but apparently it stops at 10. So I continue on, place it there. So you got a 1/2-inch universal joint and a 1/4-inch sockets for oxygen sensors. Just 2 random sockets here that I just picked up, don't know where. And this is the Imperial side or standard side, however you want to place it. Got a little rail here, 2 magnets. Go on to the next draw. We'll go over in this direction, work down this bank, and, or should we say, yeah, let's work down this bank. So over here is like my administrative draw. You got calculators, writing materials, just random odds and ends. Very useful to have, just keep it around. Scissors as well. Found these are good for getting into like weird little spots that you need to sit there and clean something. Next draw is the kind of electrically draw. Made this tool here for the throttle bodies on Honda Accords. Stud finder, your standard, multimeter. This one is a Incivio, I'm not sure how to say it. Label maker, which makes everything a whole lot easier for labeling instead of sitting and trying to write. Here's the kind of miscellaneous draw. You got some drill bits, tap set, left-handed thread, tap and die set here. Or as some would call it, the oh shit draw. Here's your box draw. So here's a radiator testing kit, heat gun, C bearing, like C clamp bearing for pressing there. That one is for your brakes, your rear brakes and engine compression kit. Once again, why label maker is important. Makes it look cool. It makes it look like labeled. So from the big boy on down, big draw on down, you got your wrenches. You have your, these are the Naoki extended. Goes from 8 all the way to 19. Ratchet wrenches, flexible. Picked up some odds and ends here. Now it's funny, these this wrench here comes standard to a BMW, which is part of like the roadside kit. You have some Craftsman, some miscellaneous Huskies, Armstrong, Allen. Then you got your little stubbies from the Husky lineup, line wrenches. Don't know, they tell you to stay away from gimmicky things, but for some reason I couldn't help to get one of these from Pittsburgh. Found it kind of useful. And you got your standard size, miscellaneous odds and ends here. And then you have this one here is kind of interesting. This one's here is for Mini Coopers, which is one of my current projects right now. So this one's here is for the brake lines to bleed them and things of that nature. So another standard wrench, flare wrench. More Husky sets. This one ranged from 3/4 down to 1/4. After that, the next drawer is the screwdriver drawer. Pretty long, 2 feet. Your Phillips, then your flatheads. I still have some over on that bar thing over here. This one here is very interesting. This one has a 12-degree offset. It's an impact screwdriver, which works pretty well for drum brakes or the disc brakes on the Honda Accord or foreign cars. Kiwi pliers. Next drawer after that, which is pretty self-explanatory, pry bars, extensions, dash panel kit, breaker bars, drill bits. So you got some kind of pry tools, pry bar, 1/2-inch extension, a 3/4 inch slide handle, a 6-sided piece of round stock just to sit there and beat things in, lady slipper, and you got a 1/4 inch extension and a 3/8 extension. You got your little alien claw grappy thingies, magnet. Here you have another bigger pry bar, which works sufficient for me. A tensioner adjustment tool, or tensioner placement tool. Drill bits, just random odds and ends. Here's a dash panel kit. For panels. Interior type. Next drawer after that is pliers. Yes, stickers. Helped a friend out, took his stickers. So from here you have your, I want to say it's a 14-inch pipe wrench, 2 adjustable wrenches, a little guy in there, channel locks, vice grips, pliers, line. That one there's a trim panel tool. Another one, two of the panel poppers. Disc brakes, caliper spreader, spark plug. This one here is a C-clips, a little round C-clips. Yep. You got pliers, small pliers, and channel locks, and a small crescent wrench. Don't know why I saw these in the store. Picked them up just cause they were kind of cool. And then these are regular channel locks, and these are long grip. So if we see here, this one's just little dinky. And then channel locks. These are vice grips. And then this one here is a long nose. Wire cutters, always useful. These kind of tools here are good for retrieving wires that you need to from back of panels. These here are little hand saws. This one here, picked the one up in the pawn shop. It's kind of useful. Oil filter wrench, Lyos exhaust hanger, shears, snips, little mini wire cutters, nail cutters, long nose, needle nose, and all this other stuff. This is what's the word I'm looking for your suspension adjustment tool. Snap ring pliers. You got long straight needle nose, 45, and then these three are hose pliers. And then you have hose plier removers for the little clamps. These two, these here for like those little clips on the hoses, electrical wire strippers, all them. And the rest of these here are long needle nose pliers. Next drawer after that, haven't labeled because I got miscellaneous things in there. So it's a valve compression kit, hole saw. There you got wire wheels. Very useful, highly recommended for when you sit there and you do radiator flushes. Right angle, square, those are computers back there from a Honda. Those are the handles that go on the thing. A random printer that I have there, and that's the distributor that I'm currently putting on the back burner to work on. And we'll go over to the third bank over here on the side. Give me a bit. Got your ratchets. So Stanley, and then this is one from AutoZone. 1/4 inch body, 3/8 drive. Very useful. Found this little guy here. 1/4 inch, low profile. Very, very useful. Be surprised how often you can get it to tight spots to work. Not sure which ones they call these ratchets. These are like full 180 turn. Very useful. 1/4 inch. So Pittsburgh, and then you got a breaker bar here. Another Pittsburgh 1/2 inch drive. Little 3/8 finger ratchet. Useful. Found these in offices. These office trays are very useful. Sometimes they're getting rid of them and you can just throw them on here. For some reason they worked out like a glove. So here's a center punch, tire inflator gauge. You got your feeler gauge. These are random tools for valve core removers. Another one for a valve core remover. And then you have your odds and ends for the burner you have over there. Gap gauger for your spark plugs. Slide this up. Then you have your 1/2 inch breaker bar, 3/8. This one's Craftsman. I want to say Stanley. And you have Armstrong Task Force, which is one of the part in junkyard pull kits. You got 1/2 inch 3/8, another Armstrong 3/8, 1/4 inch Craftsman. This is a little 3/8 breaker bar. And then you have the Pittsburgh 1/2 inch. Next drawer after that is labeled extensions. You have your extensions here, or Allen kit, Allen sockets, extensions, universals. Some more extensions back there. It's a 12 inch bit driver that attaches with 2 Allens. The Allens is over here. Razor knives or picks, acid brushes, little little dingle hopper. Have quite a bit of drivers. Harbor Freight. 1/4-inch bit drivers, some extensions, and then you have your 1/2-inch, 3/8, quarters. Go on to the next one. Special drivers, where have another more precision tools. Small screwdrivers. Silica always helps. This is a Phillips and a flathead on both sides, and this one here, it's a bit piece that goes onto this guy here. Random, so that gives you, what is it, the possibility of, what is it, 4, 8, 12, 16, 18 different possibilities to sit there in place. This one here is a snowboarding tool. Magnetic. Came off the wrong whatchamacallit. 2 bits in there. Closes for contact. This sets the rocker arms. You got your seal removers, random Phillips, hose pick, screwdrivers. You got your panel poppers for interior work. So, little level, kind of gimmicky. Has a measuring tape. Has a measuring tape, a little laser level, and a bullet level. Then you have a regular bullet level, 9-inch. Hand impact driver, very useful. Cutting, sculpture knives. Just a random empty box. After that, you got your bits. All assortment kind of bits. Very useful for all those odds and ends, your random stuff. These are your hex, Phillips, and all this other random. DeWalt picked these up. Now this one here is a little precision kit down here. I'll say computer parts. Has all these little random odds and ends. Pretty nice. Miscellaneous bits in here. You have your sockets. These are countersink drill bits, step drills. Next drawer after that is your files, punches, and calibers. So you got, once again, these trays. So you got a small set of punches, some other punches and chisels, files, measuring. Got chisel, more punches, round stock. That one there's a snap-on chisel. I'm not sure where I picked it up, but it's a snap-on chisel. Then over here you got files for like chainsaws, round file saw, hands, round file. Wow, stuttering. All right, on to the next table. So you got your Allens, Nico set, pretty useful. You got your, how's it labeled here? You got your metric up top, standard on the bottom, Allen set, oil filter, removers, another wrench, patio terminal cleaner, random odds and ends that you pick up from building furniture. And And the last guy down here, bearing press toolkit. That's a little Christmas tree that holds a little precision magnetic tape for the precision draw. Little precision screwdrivers that I had in the other drawer. So that's pretty much about it. Alright, well, thanks for watching.